Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing a fish with a pencil that I found at a local public park, which I will admit I am quite excited to do. A couple days ago, I was at a public park recording one of my smoking videos for my main channel, and as I was walking to where I wanted to go record, I saw this pencil right here on the ground, and I was like, oh, it's a pencil. What's that doing here? This is like just in the middle of a path? Somebody just dropped their pencil? Where did this come from, kind of thing? And I just looked at it for a second and I was like, oh, wait a minute. It'd be interesting if I made a video of me drawing a fish or something else with a pencil I found at a public park. And so as such, I grabbed it. I put it in the pocket of my backpack, and now here we are today, about to draw a fish with this pencil right here, which is the pencil that I found at a local public park. This pencil is an HB2 pencil, and from what I can tell at least, it appears to be like Target Good and Gather branded or something like that kind of thing. We can see like a little bit of like a Target like arrow symbol right there, something like that kind of thing. And then this text right here, which is actually kind of hard to see, it just says Target right there as well, and then a bunch of numbers and whatnot. There's really nothing else going on with this pencil as a whole, really not too much interesting stuff going on. It is just a basic, almost unbranded, cheap HB2 pencil, but I'm thinking it should be pretty good to draw a fish with, especially since the eraser is actually still fully intact. Well, it's been used a little bit, but it is more fully intact than not, which is a little bit of a surprise, I will admit. However, the lead, the graphite, is not intact at all. And so as such, the first thing I've got to do today, before I go ahead and start drawing a fish in my Soho Urban Artist sketch, brick sketchbook, to be precise, before I go ahead and get to drawing a fish today, I've got to first off actually sharpen this pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this pencil with a T-Gal multi-sharpener, pencil sharpener. Let's go ahead and get that open to trying to figure out where I want this to be, or like how finely I want this sharpened. So let's go with a 1, I'm thinking. Like a 1. There we go. This pencil sharpener, it's a little bit too fancy, I will admit. Confuses me just a little bit. Just go and just sharpen it just like that kind of thing. The lead is coming out slowly but surely. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Let's go and get this thing fully sharpened. Excuse me. If I use the other ones, are they more or less sharp? I really don't know, in all honesty. Oh, that's like way more. Yeah, that's what I want. I want this to be like hella sharp. There we go. Now that is perfect. This pencil has now made a full recovery. There are some shavings on my notebook. Go blow those off, take all that, throw it on the ground kind of thing. There we go. We can see this pencil as well as a little bit more dirty than not. It's got like some dirt or something right there kind of thing. I mean, like it was sitting on the ground at a public park. That is where I found it, so really no surprise in all honesty. And it is a little bit banged up as well, but it's really not in such bad condition for having found it at a local public park kind of thing. It really ain't so bad. And, well, I'm thinking it's going to draw fish pretty well. But I do suppose there's only one way to find out, and that is to actually draw a fish with the pencil that I found at a local public park. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get my Soho Urban Artist brick sketchbook all opened up to the nearest open page. And now that I'm on the nearest open page, let's go ahead and just try to fold the band under it just a little bit, just like that kind of thing. And center this all in the camera as well. And now, let's go ahead and draw the fish that I'm going to be drawing today with this pencil right here and see how well this pencil actually draws. Starting off with the jaw, I do think. So let's go ahead and start off with the jaw. Just go back just like that kind of thing. Come back forward just like that. And then we're just going to come up and around. And then we're going to go down and around. And then we're just going to go up and back down. And up and back down, or sorry, down and back up just a little bit kind of thing. You see one eye right there, another eye right there. Going for some really massive thin teeth today, I'm thinking. There we go. And that is the fish pretty much pretty much. Get more jumbled up. Pretty much done. That is the fish pretty much all done. As a whole, I am pretty happy with this fish. It's not quite like lined up exactly how I want it to be on the page. I will admit it is kind of over to one side, but that really ain't too big a deal, you know what I'm saying? As a whole, this fish looks better than I definitely have to say. This pencil at first, it was definitely having a little bit, it was like one side was like really sharp and then the other side was like really dull kind of thing. And it was kind of writing a little bit odd at first, but I think it might have just been because the very tip of the lead was just worn a little bit oddly because it had kind of been broken and stuff. But after I used the pencil for a little bit, it was perfectly fine. And now it's just drawn just like a normal HB number 2 pencil. Well, I do suppose that is kind of to be expected because it is just a normal HB number 2 pencil, just happens to be one that I found at on the ground at a public park. So I really do suppose it's no surprise that it draws exactly like you would expect an HB number 2 pencil to. It's not really too big of a surprise, I do suppose, but still amusing nonetheless. Still amusing nonetheless. Well, I am pretty happy with this fish. I'd have to say I really like the really big eyes. I really like the big teeth. I really like how many fins I drew. And as a whole, I am a bigger fan of this fish than not, that is for sure. I do think I'm going to go ahead and draw one more fish, so maybe two if I'm really feeling like it. I think the next one I'm going to draw is going to be a smaller one than not. But with a really big tail. And there we go, there's another fish. I definitely have to say I'm not as happy with this fish as I was with the first one, but I don't feel like it's bad by any means. And I'm just going to go ahead and sharpen the pencil one more time. Just a little bit more. And I think I'm going to go ahead and draw one more fish as well. I think this time I'm going to do a really, I'm not sure. I'm going to kind of wing it. I'd have to say out of all the fish I've drawn today, I'm probably the least happy with this one. I'm really trying to figure out how to really draw long fish well consistently. It's just not something I've really practiced all that much. I'm much more used to drawing fish that are a little bit taller than not or more round than not, like both of the two I did before this one. It's still not bad by any means. I just don't like it as much, I will admit. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the drawings I've drawn today. And I definitely have to say, as a whole, this pencil does a better job than not at drawing. It's not as good as, like, let's say a Ticonderoga HB number 2 pencil by any means. But, like, for a free pencil, it's not too bad kind of thing. It's not too bad at all. Well, I certainly cannot complain. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the fish I drew today, of course. And, of course, please make sure to, well, what was I about to say? And, of course, please make sure to, as well, I'm getting more jumbled up. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you guys think of the drawings I did today. Let me know what you guys think of this pencil, I guess, as well. As a whole, this pencil wasn't too bad. I think that's all I had to say, though. So without further ado, I think I'm going to go and end this video right here. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I drew a couple fish with a pencil I found on the ground at a local public park. If you guys have indeed enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?